the school would have to let go of 6,000 students. And that is a number that is quite worrying. We've been trying to get in touch with the SRC representative or the president, Michael Abua, to give us the current situation. What is with these 6,000 students? How did the school arrive at this? Yesterday, my colleague Charles Aite was speaking to the PRO of KNUST and said that the PRO noted that some students have actually decided to invest their monies into businesses, notably betting, notably Uber, and even bakery. One question everybody's been asking is, if they went into such businesses, there should be some return on interest or investment so that they're able to pay their fees. And so what is really the concern? We're also trying to get in touch with Honorable Clement Apak, Member of Parliament as well, so that he gives us clarity as to what the student loan can play, the role it can at least play. We're knowing that, or we're learning that late last year in November, we're trying to get the student loan no guarantor option so that a lot more people are able to afford their school fees, so that we don't wake up to such worrying. Twitter has been reacting to it. At some point in the conversation, I'd get to read some of your Twitter reactions to you. Would also appreciate that you engage us on Twitter, #PrimeMorning or @JoyPrimeTV. In the meantime, you can also send us a message on 0551 575757. But just maybe, are you related? Are you a family member? Do you have a friend? Let us know what you think whilst we get to get in touch with the SRC president of KNUST. You can also call us on 0302211693 or 94. But so here's what Ernest Ahemfo on Twitter has been saying. Says that the public relations officer of the KNUST, Dr. Daniel Norris Becoin, says students are trading their fees into other ventures, including betting, Uber, and bakery. According to him, this is what has compelled the university to force over 6,000 students to defer their courses. So Arthur K., the gifter, said that, I do not buy into this. It's not entirely true. Some of us struggled before we were able to pay our fees during our school days. People are going through a lot, and they could have helped those 6,000 students instead of deferring them. The Member of Parliament for North Town as well, Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa, has also been reacting and said that the school should have used a more lenient way than letting over 6,000 students defer their courses. There should be other measures. But in the meantime, let's watch this one, and when we come back, I'll invite your comments on Twitter, on Facebook, and even via phone call.
During the vacation to get something doing. And during the vacation, I went to Accra and I got myself into some construction business. So I was following people around for something to do, and hopefully, thanks to God, I got something small, and I wasn't having laptop. So I decided that I will buy laptop from the money, and the rest I'll use it to make payment of my school fees. But unfortunately, my mother got sick. So I had to give some of the money to her for her medical treatment. So after then, I had to buy some provisions and stuff. Also, I had to secure an accommodation on campus. So after incurring all these costs, I realized that I have nothing on me, so I couldn't make the minimum payment that I wanted to do. So I plead with the university that they should have pity on us and do background tests to check our actual situation at home so that they can help us out.
Right, so that's a report from my colleague, and that's on Joy News. You can actually even find the full story on My Joy Online. But before we get to the current SRC president, let's take a step back and talk to the former SRC president, Mr. Samuel Sesa. Hi, good morning.
Good morning, MFL.
Right, good to have you on a line. Do you have nostalgic moments?
Oh, not at all.
Okay, so let me take your initial comments on these 6,000 students who would have to defer their courses due to unpayment of school fees.
Yes.
I'd like to take your comments on it first.
Okay. Currently, what we have been informed is that the University Relations Officer says about 6,000 students will have their course deferred due to not meeting this very important university criteria. Per what I know, I have come to understand that the university claims there are a lot of debtors on their list, and due to that, it is becoming difficult in running the affairs of the university. However, majority of these students who owe fees have been given a clear-cut indication or pathway to which they can be able to get themselves registering their courses within the academic year and then also finishing the academic year, irrespective of their fee status. The other pathway is that when you know you are owing fees and you genuinely owe fees, you need to show the proof of need to the financial institution that you are in your college for clearance. If you get that financial clearance, you can go ahead, register your courses, you can be able to partake in academic activity and wait. But the situation that we have here is such that some of the students do not really want to go through these processes. Some also have gone through these processes but are not able to show the proof of need. And that is why we are left where we are now. The university is saying that all the students, the school fees are divided into two. Everybody is supposed to pay 100% of the others and then pay 50% of the tuition fee.
Okay.
And because those requirements have not been met, it is difficult for those students to be able to pass through the academic year successfully.
Okay, I'd like to understand what you mean by there's a clear-cut way where if you're not even able to pay your school fees, you go through a certain process and you're able to register. What's that process?
Okay, so if you're a student and then you are owing fees and they are for genuine reasons, you can go to the Dean of Students office or go to your college finance office, show the proof of need, get certification from them, and then they will endorse your documents for you to be cleared. When you are cleared, you can go on and then write exams. You can be registering your courses for the semester and the academic year. You can do everything that all students do. And so at the appropriate time when you have the necessary monies, you can go and make payments. The school also have made available some grants and scholarship schemes that when you are able to show this proof, you can be given some of these grants.
Okay.
They even give and accommodate students for free at the SRC hostel.
Right. So you do not subscribe to the opinion of people, the set of people that are saying that the school is dishing out a rather harsh measure.
When it comes to the policy being a harsh one, this is the first time it is being implemented in full scale.
Okay.
So I opine that it is harsh to a certain level, but then this is a policy that has been in existence for long. And this is the first time. Last year, they gave warnings about it. This year, they gave warnings about it, even sent bulk messages to students to foretell them about what is likely to happen. They even also opened the portal for every student to register their courses for free,
right.
which is not stipulated in the rules and regulations concerning fee payments and debtors list. So everybody registered a course for free, but they still emphasized on the fact that we should try as possible to be able to pay the required or the minimum amount that we are supposed to pay. So I actually opine that the school would reverse the sanctions on anybody who is able to still go to the bank and then pay this minimum amount, and then is able to come and show the proof of payment.
Okay, that's an area of concern, because I mean, I've been a student, I'm still a student, and at some point it won't even matter if you can afford the fees anymore. It is when the portal is closed, it's closed. So you're unable to register your courses and then you miss out. That's one part. So maybe out of these 6,000 students, we may have some people who are able to even raise their money, the set amount, 70%, but because the portals are closed, you're unable to register the course. This is what this means.
What, Actually, it is different. Actually, it's different from what they are experiencing.
Okay.
At the moment, all the students have been able to register their courses.
All right.
And the only thing that has been done to them now is that they've been sent messages that they've been deferred automatically. So if you're able to go and make the payments and then show the proof of payments to the Dean of Students, you go to the Dean of Students office with the proof of payment.
Right.
What is going to be done is that they are going to compile all those lists and then revert
and reinstate
that sanction that has been given to them.
Okay, let's revisit the concern of students not exploring the other alternative. You know, going to the Dean of Students, giving a proof of need and all of that. Why are students not exploring that alternative? Is it that the process is cumbersome or sheer laziness?
Well, some of the students, from what I've been able to experience 6 years on campus, some of the students don't consult. That is the first one. The second one is some of the students are not needy students. Some of them have received the fees.
Yeah,
and probably the fees has gotten into other spheres and they don't want to talk to anybody about it. So the few genuine ones who have not done the consultations are the ones who are truly handicapped. And they, at the least opportunity they get, they are able to show proof of need. Okay. And they are vindicated from their situation. Okay.
I'm just thinking to myself, do I need to consult to know this all-important information if I know that I cannot afford my fees? I should know the other alternatives to explore. Is this information very available on campus? Would you say that most students know this?
Yes. MFA, I think there are a lot of scholarship schemes on campus.
Okay.
The SRC has a scholarship scheme called Kitwa Bierensa. We give about 700,000 Ghana cedis to Cushing students, the local KNUST, campus students associations, and many others. Yeah. So if you're a needy student and you're a truly needy student, you should be able to reach out to some of these grants and these scholarship support schemes. If you are not able to even do that, as SRC president, I remember that we were able to accommodate not less than 20 students at the SRC hostel for free. Okay. Who were extremely needy students.
Okay.
Aside this, in the students' guide, as I said earlier, this is a policy that is in the school's regulations. But students are oblivious about it.
Okay.
All the scholarship schemes, all the processes you can use to be able to get yourself or save yourself are all stipulated in our students' guide and regulations book. But the problem is people have not read it. People don't know about it. So if you've not read that, then you need to consult.
Right.
And when you consult, you get the solutions that you're looking for.
Okay, let's tease out some recommendations you'd give, what you've been expecting the current SRC to do. How are we able to save students, real needy students, out of these 6,000, or if not 6,000, but almost 6,000? How are we able to tease out those who really need it and those whose parents can confirm that they have the monies, and those who, whether or not their parents give them the money, but they've invested the monies, as the PRO has been saying, some have invested money into Uber, we have heard, into betting, some into bakery. I mean, a good choice of business anyway, but how are we able to save, to know those who would have to help,
Well, what I'll suggest to them is there's a gray line in this issue that has not been touched yet. For about 3 years, the student loan trust fund has not been paid to students. So students who are on government loans, some of them have not gotten their money for about 3 years. Hence, they have to work and be able to get their own monies. There are various scholarship schemes on campus, like the SRC Kitwa Bierensa, like the college bursaries, and many others. All the interview processes have been done. Selection processes have been done, but they've not been paid yet.
Okay.
So for somebody who has gone through these scholarship schemes and then is expecting these monies, obviously the person is not going to pay the fees, hoping that these monies are going to be paid. Some of the students are on government scholarships like the COCO Board Scholarship, GMPC, and many others. They should be able to identify some of these students and be able to cushion them out of the system. Or if a student is able to bring a proof that he or she has applied for this scholarship and is expecting the money, or those secretariats write to the school, some of these students should be spared and be taken out of the list.
Okay.
Because they've done due diligence.
Okay.
And these are gray areas that have not been touched yet. I'm very optimistic that when they do these things, about 2,000 of the students or 3,000 of the students are going to be taken out of the position that they have now. Okay.
What is the current position of the of school management? What are they? Do they still have an entrenched position that because of the amount of money we're losing in running the school, we won't do anything until what the students know they have to do is done?
Well, I think that from the various signals I've picked from members of management and the conversations they've been having on social media, they have not taken an entrenched stand. But then all they are saying is the students should make an attempt to make payments. If you don't make the payments, there are laid down regulations and procedures you are supposed to pass through. Mind you, the students we are talking about here include postgraduate students. And if you're a postgraduate student reading Masters, MSc, and then your fees is 20,000 and you've not paid a CD. Because for the postgraduate students, the fees is not a requirement for you as a first-year student. But for the undergrads, you're supposed to pay 100% of the fees before you come for your registration. But the postgrads are able to go to class without even paying a CD. So they are saying that when the time is getting closer, you need to pay. And the university statistics that were released earlier this year, the debtors margin lies among the postgraduate students. They owe the school a lot.
I see.
So the school has a lot of reason to be doing what they are doing. But then I think that what we'll do is that we'll just implore on our students to find a lot of avenues to be able to pay their fees, especially the postgraduate students, and then all those who can come to the aid of the very, very needy students should kindly do so to help save their future.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Samuel Sessa. Thank you. Have a good one, and thank you for joining us. Your thoughts are really welcomed. We're thinking that because yesterday the minister in charge for education has said that some amount of money is going to be hitting, half of the money that they've paid to colleges will be hitting some students that actually owe or trust fund. It will go into the trust fund account. We're hoping that those who access their trust fund will be able to pay their fees. But thank you so much. We'll try our best to see if we can connect to the KNUST president to also take his views. But here are some of your messages. So Eagle Over You on Twitter also says that the KNUST PRO officer just briefly said that the students are venturing into entrepreneurship as instructed by the finance minister months ago. So he has also decided to defer their courses since they can't pay fees. Entrepreneurship creates income, though. I'm quite confused on that because the PRO didn't say that because the finance minister said so. Let's see. So Rush_GA says that education is supposed to be a right, not a privilege. Education is supposed to be a right, not a privilege, and says KNUST. I want to take a few of your messages, but you can also join in. Call me on 0302211693 or 94, or you can share your messages as well on 0551575757. We'll try and connect with the KNUST president and most importantly, the current SRC president, because you're trying to see what the current SRC, the SRC is doing to actually help the situation, because the number 6,000 is quite worrying. But do stay with us. This is Prime Morning. We're still on Beyond the Headlines. We take a quick breather. When we come back, we'll continue the conversation. But I'll still remind you that we'll have that conversation with NADMO and get to know how they are preparing for this year's floods. We're looking to be more proactive than more reactive. But in the meantime, let me tell you where you can go for some good meal. Casa Tomato Restaurant and Cafe, a contemporary restaurant located on the UPSA Road, East Legon, adjacent to the Accra College of Education. The restaurant serves both local and continental dishes from breakfast to dinner. The beautiful ambience is also ready for all parties and other events. They also cater services for corporate entities and all occasions. You can call them on 02444 88478, 02444 88478. You can also follow them on social media. On Facebook is Casa Tomato, Instagram Casa_Tomato, and Twitter Casa Tomato. We've been trying hard to get the SRC president and all other stakeholders to give us their thoughts on what's happening. We are unable to connect them. We promise if we're able to connect them, we will come back and bring you that conversation. But just know that this is quite novel, about 6,000 people deferring their courses due to unpayment of fees. This is Beyond the Headlines. So go for a quick breather. When we come back, we'll pick up on that conversation on what NADMO is doing to be more proactive than reactive to flooding this year. Do stay.
If I feel that something can get my child sick, I deal with it protectively. I deal with it thoroughly. Then I finish it nutritionally, because the Nido they love also contains iron, vitamin A and C to help strengthen their immunity as they learn and play. Nido feeds your child with essential nutrients to strengthen their immunity. From Nestle, this advert is FDA approved.
Glovo is the app that brings you anything you want, like a good burger and ending the day in a big way, or what you need from the supermarket right away. Order a Glovo and we'll deliver.
They'll play a high press to force the mistakes.
They'll dominate the aerial ball. They too tall. We'll handle the pressure and smash them on the break.
The number 9 has scored in their last 5 games.
The passing will be quick, decisive, precisely. There will be drama in the dying minutes. This match will mean more than 3 points.
They will have the home ground advantage. This is why I bet.
This is why I bet.
This is why I bet.
Betway. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below 18 years.
Take a step and walk down this road with us. We promise to offer the ultimate experience in television right here on Joy Prime.
The morning will be filled with inspiration, education, and entertainment. Just because you are Prime.
It's the biggest breakfast on television. Prime Morning, every weekday morning.
It only gets better as we stir you up with the best of drama and telenovela.
It's the spirit in the game.
You can count on us for the ultimate sporting content and in-depth analysis.
The competition coupled with great entertainment.
There's a show and the business that makes all the difference.
Allow us to escort you into the world of the arts, the performers, their crafts, and their lives.
If it is entertainment, it's right here on Joy Prime.
Joy Prime, the ultimate experience.
Kids say the darndest things.
It's funny.
A stitch in time saves 9.
That means if you go back in time, you have to come home by 9 o'clock.
It's hilarious.
How many children will you have?
20.
Kids always say what they wanna.
Joy Prime, the ultimate experience.
wo boy wale ma wo no e fonko bo beno enye la yito ike pamo e kokuranya bano ma wachepo dio shele fenshona shia ma wachepo ma ho shele fenshona shia enye la yito ike pamo e kokuranya bano enye la yito ike pamo e kokuranya bano. Come on. And I will uphold you by my hand. I am the Lord, the one who keepeth thee, the one who gives you strength, and I will uphold you by my hand. Come on, say it. That's your birthday. It can join you, Lord. Come on. Come on.
In the first 2 years, your baby will experience amazing growth in so many ways. To fuel it, they need the right nutrition. With Cerelac, 1 bowl of goodness a day provides the wholesomeness of carefully selected grains, the Iron Plus, which helps support brain development, and the yummy taste baby loves, assuring you the right nutrition in 1 bowl. Cerelac, it's all good, Mom.
This advert is FDA approved.
They'll play a high press to force the mistakes.
They'll dominate the aerial ball. They too tall. We will handle the pressure and smash them on the break.
The number 9 has scored in their last 5 games.
The passing will be quick, decisive, precisely. There will be drama in the dying minutes. This match will mean more than 3 points.
They will have the home ground advantage. This is why I bet.
This is why I bet. This is why I bet.
Betway.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below 18 years.
Wait a minute, yo!
It's on my nephew.
Wow, this place has changed, yo! Yo, Adra, look at you all grown up, yo!
Some things never change, like Gino's quality recipe that gives my food that rich color, unique natural taste every time.
Smells good, yo!
Hey, sister, with the wap pon san no ankasa, just like I remember.